guys, so I'm doing this video to share with you my progression line. As you can see, I've used the First Response and these little cassette ones off of Amazon. I didn't rate them to start off with, but they did do the job in the end. So I wouldn't say no, but I wouldn't say they were brilliant. So basically we did a progression line purely for our own peace of mind, just to make sure that everything was moving in the right direction. I don't know if you guys know, but we have miscarried twice before in the past, and you know, although we do have 5 very healthy babies, there's still that part of you that worries that something's going to go wrong. Obviously if it was, you can't change it. You know, what's going to happen is going to happen, but for our own peace of mind, we want to make sure that everything was okay. So like I said, we used the First Response. You saw us take this one in our live pregnancy test video. You can just see it on there. It was very, very faint. My husband couldn't even see it. I think possibly he might need glasses. You saw the digital tell us that we were pregnant in 1 to 2 weeks. Unfortunately, obviously, they don't last very long, so we ended up throwing that away. But you can definitely see it there. It has dried out, obviously, so it's a lot darker. But yeah, that was at 4:30 in the afternoon, which, you know, it turned up in the afternoon, so it must be there. Then at 5 AM the next day, I took another one because, you know, you just want to make sure that you weren't seeing things. Even though that digital was telling me that I was pregnant, I still couldn't believe it. But it was a lot darker, so obviously things were progressing, which was brilliant, and I was really happy with that. Over here as well, I did one of these on 11 DPO the same day that we did the live pregnancy test, and you can only just see it, and you can only just see it because it has dried out and it stands out more. And then obviously at 12 DPO at 5 AM along with this one, I did this one too, and it doesn't seem much darker. It seems quite the same. But on 12 DPO in the afternoon, I started to get a bit of cramping, which I know is completely normal, but it was very, very uncomfortable and my back was hurting, and it got to a point where I did start to worry. So I went ahead and done another one of the First Response. These are the curved ones. But as you can see, it came out, even though it was in the afternoon, it came out a little bit dark compared to the 12 DPO morning one. The line was a bit jagged and it did look like it had been drawn on there. You know, and it did make me still feel a bit iffy, but I felt better that it was darker. But yeah, them cramps, they did subside a bit, but they were quite painful. So, you know, I obviously went to check on 12 DPO, and this was at 5 AM, and the line was pretty much the same as the afternoon one that I did on 12 DPO, but it was a lot more fuller. It didn't look like it had been drawn on. As you can see, look. Get that to focus. Yeah, it's a lot fuller. And obviously on the morning of 13 DPO, on the morning of 13 DPO, we still had the faint line going on here. And at 8 PM on 13 DPO, I did one of these, and you can see that is so much stronger. So much stronger. And I also did one of these at 13 DPO at 8 PM. And again, so much stronger. So things were really progressing, and obviously the cramps that I were getting were implantation cramps. I think purely because when I was giving birth to my last daughter, Chloe, I had a back labour and it was excruciatingly painful. And I think maybe it's because of that, it may cause a little bit more pain in this pregnancy, and that might be why I'm having more cramps around my back. So, but as you can see, they are getting so much darker. So I, at this point, started to worry quite a bit less. And then on 14 DPO, which was yesterday, as you can see, that is a full on blazing positive. You couldn't even question that. That is so strong. And this actually came up before the 3 minutes. It was almost like it was gleaming at me. It was so strong. And here as well. This thing is, this looks a lot lighter than the one before. So these really confused me, these ones. And then this morning, I've literally just done this one, and you can see how strong they are. You can just, I don't even have to say anything. They speak for themselves. And of course, this one's dried out, so this one's a bit darker. And this one's just done, so this will actually get darker as it dries out. So there's no question about it. The pregnancy is progressing really well. Obviously, I will still get a little bit nervous. What mummy doesn't? So I will, still be probably checking it every now and then. Obviously, my pregnancy one, my Clear Blue digital, told me that I was pregnant and I was 1 to 2. I'm even debating on getting another digital and doing it at the end of next week, just to make sure that everything's going in the right direction. I did this just, this was through the night. This must have been about 3 o'clock this morning. So this was a lot earlier than this one, and obviously you can see it came out a lot darker. So, I mean, I really rate the first response. I think they are really clever. I think they do the job properly. These ones, they still do the job, but if I'm honest with you, if I had have only just done these ones, I would have missed the fact that they were positive, because they were so faint, you could barely see them. Also, as well, I did use a couple of these AccuTest ones. And again, if I had continued with these, I wouldn't have even known I was pregnant now, because they barely showed up. So they were just absolutely useless. So yeah, there you go. There is my progression line. I'll straighten these up and take you from top to bottom. There you have it. So 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. So you can see that line is getting darker really well. So I'm really pleased with that. So there you have it, guys. My progression lines since I found out I was pregnant up until now, and AF is due today. So I think it's pretty clear, and I'm pretty sure that I can say that I am pregnant. And if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up. If you have anything to say or ask, please drop it in the comment box below. And thanks for watching, guys. I love you all, and I'll speak to you in the next video. Bye.